In the year 2183, the Orion Deep Space Research Center sat quiet in the hot Arizona desert. Scientists worked day and night, watching the stars for anything strange. One evening, a signal came in a strange, repeating sound from far across the galaxy. It didn't match any natural pattern. It sounded like a voice. Dr. Elara Myles was the first to hear it. She was an expert in alien languages, but this one was different. The voice didn't sound human, but it also didn't sound fully machine. It had a rhythm that made her skin crawl. The pauses between the sounds were the worst. It felt like something was waiting, listening. The signal came from a dark part of space with no stars or planets. The team called it Sector Null. It had always looked empty, but now they knew something was there, something old. A mission was quickly planned. A team of 5 scientists and explorers boarded the spaceship Dauntless. Their goal was to follow the signal to its source. As the ship left Earth and traveled deeper into space, the signal grew stronger. After 3 weeks, they saw it. A giant object floated in the dark. It was shaped like a cube, but its surface looked like black glass. Light did not bounce off it, just disappeared. The object had no signs of life, no movement, and no doors. But the signal came from inside. They found a small crack in the surface and used it to enter. Inside, the walls were smooth, silent, and cold. Symbols glowed faintly on the ground, written in no known language. Time felt strange. Their clocks ticked slower. Their voices echoed oddly. Elara stepped forward and placed her hand on the glowing wall. It pulsed softly, almost like a heartbeat. Suddenly, she felt something look back at her, not with eyes, but with a deep, heavy awareness. She whispered to the crew, "I don't think it's just a signal. I think it's an invitation." They had come to explore, but whatever was inside had been waiting for them. Inside the black cube, the air was cold and still. The crew moved slowly, their footsteps echoing down long dark halls. The walls glowed with strange blue symbols, gently pulsing like they were alive. No one knew what the symbols meant, but Elara believed they were warnings. Time didn't feel right in the structure. The ship's clocks ran slower. When someone spoke, the words sometimes echoed before they were spoken. Lights flickered, even though there were no wires or power systems. Captain Reyes tried to stay calm. "Stay together. Mark your paths. We'll map this place and return," he said, but his voice didn't sound like his own. It was too quiet. Like the walls were stealing the sound. They passed a room with no floronally, a black hole stretching downward. No one could tell how deep it was. They dropped a light inside, but it never hit anything. Just silence. Isaiah, one of the crew members, noticed something strange in his reflection on the smooth walls. His image moved slightly out of sync, blinking late or turning its head when he didn't. He laughed nervously, but his laughter didn't echo. It just stopped, like it had been swallowed. Deeper inside, they found a large chamber filled with mirrors. Some mirrors reflected them correctly. Others showed younger versions. One showed them older, gray, and tired. One mirror showed nothing at all, just darkness. Elara stared at that dark mirror. After a long moment, something blinked from inside it. She jumped back. "Did you see that?" she asked. But no one else had seen it that night. The crew rested inside the chamber, but sleep didn't come easily. The lights pulsed softly, like a heartbeat. Shadows moved on the walls, even when no one was near. Someone whispered in a language they didn't understand. They thought it was a dream. In the morning, Isaiah was missing. No signs, no sound, no warning. Only his bag and flashlight remained. Elara felt fear settle in her chest. She looked at the others. "I think this place is alive," she said quietly, "and it's learning about us." The black cube wasn't just a machine, it was watching, and it was waiting. Elara opened her eyes to silence. The black cube was still around her, but it felt different, emptier. The walls no longer pulsed. The symbols had stopped glowing. She was alone. The rest of the crew had disappeared during the night. No sound, no movement, no signs of struggle. Only their tools and bags were left behind. Elara called out their names, but only her voice returned, softer each time, like something was copying her. She tried to contact the ship, but the radio only gave quiet static. The Dauntless was gone too. She checked the entrance they had used. It had vanished. The walls were now smooth, solid, and endless. Time passed strangely. She didn't feel hungry. She didn't feel tired. Sometimes the lights changed color without reason. Sometimes she heard soft music from the walls, like lullabies from her childhood but played backwards. Then, suddenly, everything went white. Woke up in the Arizona desert, near the Orion Deep Space Facility. People found her walking barefoot, staring at the sky. She didn't know how she got there. The black cube was gone. The mission ship was gone. No records remained in the base system. No one believed her story. Elara stopped talking for many weeks. When she finally did speak, she only said one thing: "It followed me." She began to draw the same circle over and over again, a black circle with nothing inside. She taped paper over every mirror in her room. She kept all lights on. She refused to sleep. Scientists and doctors said she was suffering from trauma. They told the public it was a hallucination, a space mission gone wrong. But then, the signal returned. Other stations around the world began picking it up. Same pattern, same silence, same voice, but this time it was clearer. Some experts thought the voice was saying a name, Elara's name. Now, small things are happening across Earth. Clocks skipping seconds, people forgetting where they were for a moment. Mirrors flickering black for just a second. Elara writes in her journal every day. Her last words so far are, "It didn't want us to find it. It wanted to be remembered. And now it wants to be, everywhere."